If you're looking for a quality golf watch, then these here are going to be some of the more higher end choices you can pick from. In this video, I'm going to be comparing the Garmin Fenix 6 to the Garmin S60 as well as the Garmin Vivoactive 4 and talking about which one's going to be best for golfers. So what we're going to be talking about in this video are what these watches actually do, the golf features they come with, how the quality was, and then I'll also be talking about the cheapest place to pick them up. If you do want to see a demo of any of them, then be sure to check out the full review down below. I will just mention our gear giveaway. If you want to enter in, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment giveaway down below. Do those three things and be automatically entered. So let's start off with the Garmin Fenix 6. So the Fenix 6 is the most expensive watch on this list, and that's one of the major reasons why I wouldn't get it myself. There are a few benefits to it though, but they don't really justify the higher price tag. In my opinion, it could be well worth it for you, but for me, it just wasn't really. So this watch here is designed for you if you spend a lot of time in the outdoors. It is big and it is rugged and quite heavy duty. I just think that it's a bit too big and it wasn't the most comfortable in my opinion. I don't really like watches to begin with, so that's why I prefer the more compact ones. But again, that's just my personal opinion. Other people are going to be different, so it's going to depend on whatever you want. But I will admit though, I do like the Fenix 6 a lot more than the previous Fenix 5 if you have tested that out. It's not quite as big as the Fenix 5. It does have a few more advanced features, and the battery is a bit better on it as well. The two biggest selling points to the Fenix 6 would be the durability and the battery life. It's going to last a lot longer than the other two watches between charges, and that could be a big selling point for you. But let's cover some pros and cons. So pros, you can track so many different things on it, so like golf, sleep, fitness, all that kind of stuff. It has all the essential golf features you'd want. It's the most rugged and heavy duty golf watch, and the battery is way better than most of its competitors. Cons, the price point is getting really high. I find it a bit too big and bulky, but some people aren't going to mind. And the sleep tracking feature on it isn't the best. That's pretty much the case for all Garmin and pretty much all other watches. They do an okay job, but they're nowhere near being, completely accurate. But let's jump over now to the Garmin Approach S60. So the S60 is the higher end golf watch from Garmin, so it's designed specifically for golfers, so it's not going to have as many features as the Vivo or Phoenix. It does offer more for golfers though, and that's kind of the main selling point to it. The watch is going to be the most accurate when it comes to golf. So the Phoenix and Vivo, they were quite accurate and they were always within about 5 yards of the course markers, but the S60 is even better. So it does have like basic fitness tracking features as well, but that's pretty much it. So it just does pretty much golf and some fitness tracking. There's no multi-sport, there's no sleep tracking, heart rate, that kind of stuff. It's just kind of the basic things that a golfer would want. But there are a few features this watch has that the others don't. So the first is it's going to show you a detailed map of the hole and where everything is. So you're going to see it's going to be in color and you can see the entire hole. It's going to show you exactly where the hazards are, where the greens are, and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to give you kind of more detail, more information. And then the second is it's going to come with over 40,000 courses already programmed in. With the Vivo and Phoenix, you do have access to all those, but you have to download them one at a time, where the S60 has them automatically programmed in. It is easy to download them, it's just a bit of a hassle and an inconvenience, but you can also select any point on the hole and get the exact distance to it. So if you want to select a point in the fairway, like any point, or in the rough, whatever, you can do that with the S60, but you can't with the other two. And it's also going to come with something called swing tempo. That's basically going to measure your backswing and then your downswing. It's going to calculate your tempo. So fixing your tempo could have a big impact on your game. And that's kind of some of the things that the S60 has that the other two don't. But it is really solid. It's probably my favorite golf specific watch. So let's cover the pros. So I found it to be more comfortable. You can get different straps on it as well. It's going to give you the most information on the course. It was pretty much as accurate as my laser rangefinder, and then it's cheaper than the other two watches as well. Cons, it doesn't have as many features as the other two, and then the battery isn't quite as good as the other two, but other than that, it was really solid. Finally, let's talk about the Garmin Vivoactive 4. So my favorite multisport watch was always the Vivoactive 3. It's still an awesome value, but Garmin has made some improvements with this newer model, and It is more money, but everything about it is slightly better in my opinion. There are more features, it comes in different sizes, and the battery life is going to be better off as well. So I'll start off by saying I do like this watch more than the Fenix 6, and the main reason is that it's quite a bit cheaper, so it's about $200 less. The second reason is that the features are pretty much exactly the same when it comes to golf between them. The third is that the Vivo is slightly lighter and more compact. But that being said, you might want something more heavy duty if you're like climbing mountains or doing something where you're going to be a bit more harder on the watch, just because the Fenix is more heavy duty. But the golf features, they're not going to be as good as the S60, but it has pretty much all the essentials. It's going to tell you how far you hit each shot, it's going to record all that information, and it's going to tell you the distance to the front, middle, and back of the green. And they're also going to be able to see like where hazards are, where layup spots are, and dog legs, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to give you about 95% of what you need. So pros, the price point is fairly reasonable on it. There's a lot more features compared to the S60, and that's non-golf features. The battery life is awesome when used as a normal watch, and then it's more comfortable than a lot of the other watches on the market. Cons, it's not as rugged as the Fenix. The golf features aren't quite as advanced as the S60, and then the battery life could be a bit better when in GPS mode. So let's just talk about some frequently asked questions. So can you play music through these watches? You can play music on the Fenix and Vivo using like Spotify or Amazon Music. You can't with the S60. How big are the watches? So the Fenix case is 47mm and it's 15mm thick. The Vivoactive case is either 40 or 45mm and 13mm thick. And then the S60 case is 46mm and it's about 14.5mm thick. How long are the batteries going to last in each? So the Fenix is going to last well over a day in GPS mode. The Vivo is going to last around 16 to 18 hours in GPS mode. And then the S60 is going to last about 8 to 10 hours in GPS mode. All of them are going to last well over a week in smartwatch mode though. So taking into account all that, which one would I prefer and recommend? But I'll start off by saying all three of these watches are solid devices, and I don't think you can go wrong with either of them. It's pretty much all going to depend on what you're going to use it for. I'd only really suggest the Fenix 6 if you're someone who spends a lot of time in the outdoors like rock climbing, mountain biking, that kind of thing. We're going to need something strong and durable. That's pretty much the only case where I can justify spending the extra amount of money. If you are someone who wants a quality multi-sport watch that's comfortable and it's going to give you most of the golf features you need, I would go with the Garmin Vivoactive 4. If you just want a golf watch and you don't care about tracking your sleep or numbers like that, or you're not going to be using it for other like sports, then just go with the S60. It's going to give you the best sort of features that you could want on the course. But if you would like to see more images or like a demo or get any of these for the lowest price available, click the link in the description down below. At the time of making this video, that was the cheapest place I could find it, so you can go ahead and check out the current price if you want. And if you do have any questions, simply leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But if you haven't already watched and commented on our latest video, click the video card to the left and get yourself another entry into our golf giveaway.